yesterday, we had the opportunity for a 5-hour drive to talk a lot. So we were talking, I got a lot of great information about this community and about what was going on and about Taylor and everything, and it was awesome. But I didn't really know what to expect. But now after being here for a day and meeting so many people, I have to say that of all the awards I've been to, this community has by far been the tightest, been the closest, and meant the most to each other that I've ever been in a community. So I'd like to give you all a round of applause. Another reason why this award means so much to me is because of Danny Wuerffel. When I was a young boy, my parents were looking for people to be good role models for me. Ever since I was 6 years old, I dreamed of being a college quarterback. That was my dream. And so they wanted to put people in my life and in front of me that did it the right way. So they put Danny Wuerffel. And ever since I was 6 years old, Danny Wuerffel was my favorite player. I could watch him throw touchdowns, not many running, but throw a lot. I did see him running there. I don't think I ever saw that when I was a kid. But he was a great role model. And not only because of the touchdowns that he scored or the championships that he won, but because when he did that, he was able to give all the honor and all the glory to his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And every opportunity that he had to minister to someone, to sign an autograph for someone, to take a picture, or to be kind to someone, he did that. So in doing that, he set the bar so high as a role model for what I was supposed to be like. Ever since I was 6 years old, I remember when Danny Wuerffel came to my church. And he was there, he was signing to a whole bunch of kids. I was one of those kids. I remember when I believe 3 times as a kid, I got Danny Wuerffel's autograph. So it really does mean a lot to me to have the privilege of winning this award because of Danny Wuerffel. And Danny Wuerffel was a huge role model for me. But even more of a role model for me was my mom and dad, who are here in the audience tonight. Even above and beyond Danny Wuerffel, my parents set the standard for me and what I was supposed to live up to because I was able to watch them every day. I want to encourage you, because I have a lot of dads come up to me and they say, what did your dad do to push you or to do this? Nothing. Just lived his life. And I watched him, and I followed him. I love a song by Rodney Atkins. He's a country music singer, and he's got a song called Watching You. I had the opportunity to hang out with him a few weeks ago, and he was telling me why he wrote it and everything. It's because he had his son. And one time he slipped up and he said something he shouldn't have said, and his son was watching him. And he was saying how at that moment, he's saying, shoot, I hope my son doesn't do that. He's saying, man. And then he was thinking later on, man, I hope my son doesn't do that. And then he was thinking more, gosh, maybe I don't want my son to be like me. Maybe I want to be different. Well, your son's going to be like you, because that's what he sees every day. And I'm like my dad because that's what I saw every day. So if you want to set an example for someone, set an example for your kid. Be a role model for him. And set an example that you would be proud of someone living up to. This whole year, our goal as a team was to finish. Everything we did, it was to finish. All off season, all during the year, our coaches yelled at us, finish, finish, finish. Everything we did. And so the whole year, in leg press, in squat, in bench, in running, we finished. We ran across that line. We did the last rep as much as we could. And you see in the SEC championship game, it paid off. In the fourth quarter, we finished. National championship game, we finished. But that was only, thank you. But that was only because through the whole year, we had finished. Everything we did, we finished. It didn't just come at the end in the games when we were going to win them. It came in February, March, April, May, June, and July. We finished on those days. So on December 6th and January 8th, it was easy to finish. You know, one of my favorite parts about playing at the University of Florida and playing for Coach Meyer, as at the end of those games, the SEC and the national championship games, most of the games during the year, after that final touchdown we scored after the jump pass versus Oklahoma, after I get done celebrating, I come running the sidelines and I see Coach Meyer and he takes off his headset because he knows the game's over, and he holds out his arms and I can walk into him and he gives me a great big hug. And that hug means so much more than just an ordinary hug. It's all the work that we put in all year. It's all the sweat that we put in. It's all the anxiety that we had. It's so much more than just a hug. But it's because we finished. You know, if a game could mean so much, if the game of football could mean so much, how about the game of life? You know, my ultimate goal is not to get a big hug from Coach Meyer after a game. It's when I stand before Jesus Christ and he has his arms out open wide. And he says, Timmy, you finished. And he gives me a great big hug. So I want to encourage all of you today, no matter what age, finish. Because you don't know, like Taylor Haugen, he finished, but he didn't even know it was his fourth quarter. You don't know when it's your time. So be ready. Always be running the 2-minute drill. So you're ready when the clock ticks 0-0. Every day we preach the gospel. And if necessary, we use words. Thank you so much. God bless. Go Gators.